Hello, welcome back to Chapter 10, Section 1, Organizing and Displaying Data. This is the final problem in the guided practice problems. All of the other problems are asking you to read graphs and answer questions about what you read. This is going to take it a little bit further, and it's going to ask you to actually draw the graph. And when we did this earlier and I sketched the graphs and then I showed you what the real picture looked like, if you remember, I did mention that the thing is we have software to do that for us. So we don't really do that by hand much anymore. It's one of those things where we let the technology take care of it. So what we're going to do is just talk about what we would draw, and then I'll sketch it a little bit to see what it would look like. But then I would actually use software in order to make it nicer. Even the graphs that you see in the book, those were all drawn with I'm sure some sort of graphic software. All right, so what is this data showing us? The table shows Karim's monthly budget of $100. That's important. The monthly budget is $100. That's a total. We're going to use this data to make a graph and explain why we did that. Why is the $100 important? Because that's the total amount. 35 plus 25 plus 25 plus 15, that adds up to 100. Why is that important? Because each of these are parts of a whole. Now, could I draw a bar graph? Absolutely. Along the bottom of my bar graph, or if I want to turn on the side, I'd have clothing, food, entertainment, other, and I'd have a bar going to these numbers. That would absolutely work. Could I do a line graph? No. Why not? Because line graphs always involve time. This has nothing to do with time. And don't reach and say, it says month, that's a time. No, that's not. We're not comparing things over time. We're saying every month this is Karim's budget. Okay? It's not changing from month to month. That's important that you understand that. You're not changing from month to month. If it was, I would be looking at a line graph, but it's not. I do have a total, and each of these are parts of a whole. That's exactly what I want to do with a circle graph. So how would I draw a circle graph with this? Well, I would need to find the percent. The cool part is this is easy. Percent means out of 100. So each of these actually represents the percent. 35% of the $100 is $35. Kind of wish they hadn't have done that, but it makes it easier for you to do. If I was going to draw a circle, and first of all, I'd need to have a compass or something. I'm going to try to draw it freehand. Just went a little wide right there. That's okay. What sector is going to be clothing? So here's what I would do. I know it's 35%, so I do 0.35, or if you want to really do it the hard way, 35 divided by 100, which is still 0.35. I'm going to multiply that by 360 degrees, and I get 126. Then I get my protractor out, and I draw an angle of 126 degrees, and I label this clothing 35%. Now, food and entertainment are both going to be 25%. 25%, 0.25 times 360 is 90 degrees. So if I made a 90-degree angle and another 90-degree angle, I would have food 25% and entertainment 25%. And then finally, this last section, 15% times 360 is going to give me 54 degrees. This looks like it's about 54 degrees, so we'll say other, and that would be 15%. Now, of course, I sketched that just to explain how it would work. How would I actually make it better? I would grab a compass. A compass has a pointy part, and then I use the pencil to draw a circle, and then I would start using a protractor to draw the angles. Of course, that's still just kind of a sketch, so it would be better for me to really just draw it using some software, which is kind of like what we would do anyway, so I concede. All right, good luck with that. Ask questions in the discussion or ask questions in class.